Now to New York, where Luigi Mangione was back in court today for a crucial hearing that could mean life or death. Mangione's attorneys argued in federal court today that the charges, which make him eligible for the death penalty in federal court, should be tossed out. The defense is contending that the prosecution did not meet the legal burden of the charge for murder with a firearm, which makes it a capital murder case. So today's appearance followed an exhaustive 3-week pretrial state hearing last month on pretty much some of the same issues. Mangione's legal team tried to convince the judge to exclude critical evidence from his state trial. A ruling is still pending on whether evidence from that backpack will be allowed in. And remember, that's where that journal was with all that writing from Luigi Mangione. Meanwhile, today, the judge says that she needs to review the charges to determine if really the death penalty should be on the table. Either way, she said jury selection for Mangione's federal trial should begin around September 8th. If the death penalty charge is tossed, the trial will start October 12th. Otherwise, it'll get underway around this time next year. Jesse Weber is here. Not only our NewsNation legal contributor, but soon-to-be host of Jesse Weber Live, right here on NewsNation. We'll have more on that in just a moment. Explain this to me.
Yeah.
Why you're saying there's a shot here that the judge might toss the death penalty?
Yeah.
Because he's going to be tried in federal court and state court. No death penalty in New York State. So the death penalty is only possible in federal court. And the federal judge might throw it out.
Because it's all predicated on the murder charge. And I'm going to try to simplify this as clearly as possible. We're talking about murder through the use of a firearm, basically during the commission of a crime of violence. What's the crime of violence? In the indictment, they say stalking, that Mangione was stalking Brian Thompson. Now, if I say to you stalking, that sounds like maybe a crime of violence. The defense says no. There's a number of scenarios where someone could be stalking another individual and there's no violence. You could have someone who dies as a result of stalking as an accident. And they were making the argument this is way too broad. Stalking is not a crime of violence. The Second Circuit Court of Appeals in this jurisdiction never even said stalking is a crime of violence. Now, the prosecution battled back. They said, look, Mangione had an intent to stalk Thompson because he intended to kill him. The judge actually said, this is a difficult issue. I need to think about it.
Why isn't the murder itself death penalty eligible?
So when we're talking a federal murder charge, that's different than a state murder charge. State murder charge, just an intent to kill. How do you get to the federal level? It's very specific. It's only for those crimes where you're using a firearm. I'll give you an example. If you used a firearm to kill somebody in the course of a kidnapping, right? It's a violent crime. This one's very interesting, the stalking component. And the judge basically said, this is a difficult issue. I need to think about it. And so the fact that the judge didn't outright reject it and was kind of open and even said to the prosecution, listen, you might have an issue here. This stalking is kind of broad. It gives me pause. And if that charge is thrown out, there's no more death penalty.
Wow. It was interesting. The defense attorneys argued in court today that federal prosecutors prejudiced the case against Mangione by turning his arrest into, quote, a scene out of a Marvel movie, portraying him as a, quote, shackled monster.
Yeah, okay, look, the perp walk, right? Yeah. I'm not convinced by this argument.
It was
unique.
I thought I wouldn't have said Marvel movie. I would have said Silence of the Lambs.
Look, I'll say this. Was it unique, that perp walk, him going down? Sure.
With the mayor.
But at the end of the day, there have been a number of high-profile cases. Everybody makes that argument about pretrial publicity. I haven't really seen it to be, to throw out the case, throw out the death penalty. It will be an issue in jury selection. What did you see about this case? Did you see the perp walk? Obviously. But to get the case thrown out, I don't see it happening.
And super quick, we heard all those arguments in state court about the backpack and about the fact that they didn't read him his rights before they started going through the backpack and finding the journal where he was writing about all of his plans to get even with health insurance executives. The federal judge today was like, yeah, no, that evidence is in.
Well, she didn't even make an issue, didn't even make a ruling on what would be suppressed, but basically said, I'm not even going to hold a hearing on this. She seemed super skeptical about the idea, felt that police were in their rights to look at that backpack, particularly since it was incidental to an arrest, then it would have been discovered anyway, because remember, he was accused of handing over a fake license, so he was going to be arrested on forgery anyway.
All right, before we go, you have a brand new show.
I do.
A week from Monday, right here on NewsNation, Jesse Weber Live.
That's a lot of my face right there.
That's a lot of your face.
But I'll take
11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central. Tell us about the show.
Yep, it's all the big day's events, big news of the day. We have some special, very special guests that we have lined up. And also it's a preview of the day ahead. And by the way, at 11 o'clock at night, the news is just starting. There is breaking news at every hour. We're super excited to be bringing this to everybody and hope everybody can tune in. 11
I think it's fantastic that NewsNation is going to have that live sort of presence
Absolutely.
at 11 p.m. because you're right, news is breaking around the clock,
all the time.
especially right now.
Yep.
And having you in the anchor chair is a huge plus. I will be watching. I encourage everybody out there to watch as well. Jesse,
Thank you, Elizabeth.
congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Good
Thank
luck.
you so much.
All right. Again, you can see Jesse Weber live Monday at 11 p.m., Monday through Friday, right here on NewsNation starting January 19th. And coming up for...
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.